From meme to utility, Floki has it all. NFT metaverse game called Valhalla. Floki University, DeFi, charity, and shopping. Floki is governed by the people, with the people. Floki, together there is no stopping us.
That's right. It's Adrian Zduchik, CMT Charter Market Technician, CryptoBirb, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Friday webinar. I appreciate your patience. As always, it's great to have you on the show. So please let me know. Don't hesitate to drop some questions. If you are here, let me know where you're writing from. Let me know, guys, where you're actually, just located. Right? It's gonna be so awesome, Cześć Łukasz. It's gonna be so awesome to experience again just a little bit of interaction with you, because the masses are waking up. People are waking up. You're soon gonna notice people calling to you. Your family is gonna call you back after 2 years of silence, asking about Bitcoin. There's gonna be people you're gonna meet in the street, in the public places, in the public restaurants are gonna talk about Bitcoin. And this is gonna intensify for the next 2 years. I've been wrong 5,000 times just since I woke up today. And I'm wrong very often. I lose a lot of money. And I'm still profitable because I use technical analysis that is nothing else than just a toolkit for risk management, including the techniques based on price action, breadth, volume, volatility, time cycles, momentum, and so on. And before we wrap, this is a little bit of a quicker introduction and a quicker session for today, because we are only going to focus on several charts and nothing else. This is to give you a quick short glimpse into where we are right now and what's potentially coming in the next couple of days. As well, are we heading into something that is called a Santa Claus rally that my good friend Jeff Hirsch and his late father Yale Hirsch basically kind of like came up and discovered. So it's good to have you. Scotland, it's Italy, it's Alexander, Emmanuel. What an interesting community there is right now. So it's good to have you, everybody. Please drop your questions if you have them. Like I said, we're gonna make sure to cover just a bit of those. And without further ado, like I said, because there is a little bit of the time constraint that I want to fulfill for you in quality terms. Let me start off by highlighting my screen and rushing everybody to go and check out my pinned tweet, because there is the sponsored partner, just like you see the sponsorship partners. Shout out to our partners at Floki and at Talkify. We have a couple of good partners right there, and one of them happens to be Prime XBT. And this is one of the exchange partners of ours, and they are hosting a giveaway because we are in the Christmas season. And for the next several days, you're going to have giveaways every single day, and the winner is going to be picked in just under an hour, I think, or just 1 hour or so. And for everybody to comment, basically everybody who's going to fulfill, which is why I keep this webinar shorter today, so do you have time to interact. Everybody who's gonna like and share this post and deposit $100 with our referral link, that is gonna give you some deposit bonus, and comment with proof, just like several of other people, like here, confirming the deposit of $100 or more. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. Like I said, you don't pay anything to us. You just deposit $100 or so or more, with your upon your will, right? Because if you do it, you're putting yourself among the chance, among those who have a chance to win PlayStation 5. And this PlayStation 5 is sponsored, is purchased and sent to you by by Prime XBT, by our partners, right? So this is Christmas season, celebration season. So everybody who's literally fulfilling all those steps, so like and sharing the post, depositing $100 with this link, that's literally a no-brainer, right? It may take you 1 minute or so, and you have a special, like I said, registration that takes a couple of seconds, and you're gonna get yourself a deposit, right? You can pick 25% discount on commissions or $7,000 deposit, and perhaps win a PlayStation 5. And it's real, It's not a fugazi. It's not a, it's a literal viable opportunity, and someone in about 15 minutes or so is gonna pick it and win it. So there are maybe 8 people that I've seen in the comments. So you're one of 8-9 people if you do it right now. So your chances are pretty cool. You're gonna be the one that only gets the deposit, also gets the PlayStation 5. So this is a little bit of a again, just a shout out and a reminder, because I would be unfair to leave you without the reminder, and it's the offer is expiring in about an hour or so. So like I said, feel free to rush right after this one to check it. No pressure, though. If you want PlayStation 5 for free, you can get it, and that's how you can get it. Another point is that well, we breached a couple of important milestones this week. One of those happens to be industrials, Dow Jones Industrials very high in the market, S&P 500 getting very near the all-time highs, the Nasdaq, there we go, Nasdaq Composites, right? If we take the screen, the Nasdaq Composites, it's actually getting very close to the all-time high region as well, right? Very high into the all-time high region. Some of the futures already reached for the NDQ for the Nasdaq index, basically reached for the Nasdaq 100 the all-time highs. So the markets are moving up. The XLY, XLP, it's not going to show off. Hold on. So the XLY, the XLP ratio is moving higher. How do I know that? Overall, because the XLY has been rampant, going up. This is consumer discretionary, the things that we want versus the things that we need that are under consumer staples. And there is very clear comparison. XLP is rising, though it's rising much, much slowly. It's still below the 200-day moving average, while the 200-day moving average on a relevant basis is far beyond and behind on the XLY. So the XLY is outperforming the XLP very, very sharply and very strongly. The bonds are breaking higher overall, 124 basis points here for the USB for the 30-year treasury bonds. The NX is kind of like just sinking below the 200-day moving average, with all the averages kind of like starting to curve down. So the trends are reversing. The trends are reversing for good. Gold has been moving up just a little bit lately. All the trends are up for gold, which is a good thing. Silver has been also kind of like very violent and choppy and full of noise, although all the averages point to the upside right now. Bitcoin, needless to say, up upon all the time frames. Ethereum, up upon all the time frames, though less than Bitcoin, 4.5% up today, almost approximately. Litecoin is still in the bear market, which is pretty interesting, right? 200-day moving average representing the primary dominant tendency of the market. The bull market or bear market is curving down and is still like a rising, it's still falling in a consecutive manner, which tells you that this is a bear market. Litecoin is in a bear market. Ethereum, contrary, is in a bull market. Bitcoin is in an even better and stronger bull market, right? And so on and so forth. Chainlink, again, strong, powerful uptrend that's slowing locally in form of this sideways whatever consolidation. It's a little bit rising, although there is a clear distinct slowdown of the trend and momentum. The dollar has been kind of like crawling right there, rejecting the breakaway gap right there. So overall, we're talking about the favorable conditions for the 2024, especially with the very positive anticipations from people like Jeff Hirsch, my good friend, right, who's done so many excellent things, showcasing the seasonal study. So I'm just going to do my best and show hopefully one of the last points that Jeff highlighted just for reference. I'm about to show, hold on, I'm just going to show his best tweet, right? Because Jeff and I released a Bitcoin article, the first ever seasonal article by the godfather of seasonal studies himself, by Jeffrey Hirsch, ladies and gentlemen. And September, 26th of September, which lines up historically and seasonally to be the worst day of the worst month, because September is the only month. Let me close up the window. September is the only month on average that loses money for Bitcoin. 6.5% negative gain, loss. And Jeff says that a seasonal crypto gift keeps on giving this holiday season. Bitcoin up 67% since the study was released. GBTC Grayscale Bitcoin Trust trade is the best performing position. Boom, right? And that was the study that we released in 26th of September. Like I said, this is a very specific time of the release here, right? This is where we released it. Even if we go to CryptoBirb and search it, seasonality. Let's search it. Let's prove it. Okay. We don't want 2020. We want the latest ones. The seasonality. November. This is September. And this is gonna be here. So September 26th is where we released it. The legendary seasonality of Bitcoin article was there. This was the link. This was the actual published copy and version, right? This is many features that we did, and the seasonality, and the article was out. This is where it was. It's 26th of September. Boom, 60% year-to-date return, and now we are talking, right? Now we are talking. Now we are here, giving a full recognition to Bitcoin and to everybody who's caught this great opportunity, right? Ever since the release of the article, Bitcoin is up about 67%, literally averaging out about approximately 160% year to date, okay? And it's a very decent push this year, and it's falling along in line with the very strong good expectations for that were shared publicly, okay, that were proven real, that were proven with the use of technical analysis, with the use of seasonal analysis, and so on. So those are the things that work if you can use maths properly and add one and one together. You're going to arrive at some conclusions. If you cannot do it, you don't blame math, you blame yourself, right? Similar with technical analysis. If you can use technical analysis properly, you're going to succeed. And technical analysis is confirmed with proof, with sample, with evidence, with back tests, and with 215 years of documented history. Because the momentum techniques, momentum investing, as in longing the strength, shorting the weakness, relying on the premise that the outperforming assets will continue to outperform and the underperforming assets will continue to underperform. This has been the longest standing investment strategy because it relies on the relative strength. You pick the stronger of the two and you short the weaker of the two. As simple as that, right? So this is where the strength is. When Bitcoin pumps and moves 160% in a year, this doesn't come up as the bear market, ladies and gentlemen. If Bitcoin moves 11 strands or 10, 12 months up and pumps 160%, this is a perfectly established bull market. And this is something that I've been very, very much vocal about ever since it happened. Also including this February post from 21st of February, right here, 21st of February, which is where I said Bitcoin was about $24,000. Fresh after breaking $20,000 right there. Now, I mentioned there was a trend and not a correction. From a technical standpoint, the bear market is over. Bitcoin sees persistent trend shift confirmed by price percentage traveled, volume spikes above the average volatility, time above the 200-day trend, and improved breadth in 2023. Look up, and ever since then, we are up approximately 100% or so, almost. Well, not almost, it's going to be 80% or so. Regardless, what I mean is that technical analysis works, which is why if you want to get a little bit of a glimpse into the future, right or wrong, it doesn't even matter. For reference, technical analysis is the only frame of work, the framework that gives you any risk quantification, any risk control for those reasons, right? So if we take it along and arrive at, again, just get the conclusions. What is it going to show us? It's going to show us that the 200-day, not the Verificator Pro trend line, I want to say, that the 200-day moving average trend line is going up, and it's going up consistently. And this is the Bitcoin trend. You don't need to observe the bar chart. You don't need to observe all those price fluctuations if you want to define trend, because this is the Bitcoin trend, and the trend is moving up. This is a bull market, very well-established bull market, and it's showing. For support, we know that the anchoring effect works. So we kind of like tend to catch an anchor around the moving averages because they serve as any sort of like frame of reference. They help you set expectations. And you would find a reason to bet that if Bitcoin falls for whatever reason, and then it may find the actual bounce region provided by the 200-day moving average. And because many traders use that point of reference, use that anchor, they're going to bid around this level. And because they bid around this level, when the price actually falls, they encounter the price barrier because there are the price orders, the buy orders, bid orders, countering the prevailing trend, the local trend, right, of the fall down. So long story short, the magical thinking, the anchoring effect, the representativeness bias, the conservativeness bias, the pretending that everything is foreseeable, such as the hindsight bias, this takes us into wrong places and makes us act irrationally. And because it makes us act irrationally in a fairly expectable manner, we know that we can expect support around right now $35,000 for Bitcoin, right? If we go for the 200-day moving average, if $35,000 doesn't prove much of value, 31 is going to be the next one to pay attention, which aligns very well with the horizontal trend line and a very important overall mark for Bitcoin ever since 2022, right? Which was provided with a lot of support and resistance regions, right? So there's a lot of attraction towards those levels, and traders can be expected to place their bids and asks around those levels again. So system-wise, this is my private trading strategy, private system that made me $500,000 earlier this year, and just 2 trades. I lose a lot of times. 70% of the times I get my trades wrong. I lose. I get chopped. However, if the trends prevail, right? If the trends prevail, they actually make a lot of money. So I get chopped in sideways. I get chopped on top. I get chopped on the bottom. However, when the massive trend escalates and it starts moving and ramping up geometrically higher, this is the vertical movement. This is where one trade, just like this one that made $700,000, documented, proven, shown, and public with the track record, it compensates for all the small losses that I have, right? Technical analysis in those terms, with the adaptive ATR strategy, adaptive to volatility, helps me manage the risk and helps me be profitable even though I lose often. So as a trader, you need to choose whether you want to be right often or you want to lose often. Or you want to make a lot of money. Being right, there's even a book named this way, Being Right on Making Money. Those are 2 different things. And you as a trader, you need to comply with one of those. You can only choose one. You can either be right a lot of the times, 70% of the times, and trade range bounds, trade support, buy the support and sell the resistance. You're going to be successful 7 out of 10 times. However, you're moving within a fixed channel. It's not going to be much effective for getting a lot of money because you're moving within a fixed channel. So there's only so much money that it can make. You're going to be right 70% of the time. So if you want to get yourself boosted, if you want to boost your ego, if you want to feel confident, if you want to feel good about yourself, you want to be right often. If you don't give a damn about your own personality, if you don't give a damn about your ego, if you want to overpose the money made over your ego, and if you want to grow over your ego, then you forget the ego. You don't want to be right. You want to make money. And if you want to make money, use trend following strategies, something that I do. Right? So I choose to make money rather than to be right. I'm wrong quite often, although I make money. Those are 2 different things. So speaking of that, again, Solana has been rushing very nicely ever since the latest webinar. This is Bitcoin 4-hour chart. It's moving within the fixated momentum bands provided by the Baby Killer Pro. Again, another visual of my private strategy, not the one that I trade. It's different strategies based on momentum, similar to to Bollinger Bands. However, they are based around the adaptive baseline, and they're based about this. The baseline is more sensitive, is more recency biased, and it allocates more urgency and more importance to the recent data rather than to the big look back periods. So Bitcoin right now seems to be moving and consolidating in some sort of like a sideways and regular volatility terms without trend continuation between basically 42,000 and 45,000, right? So anything in between with the highest chances of moving between 42,500 and 44,400. Oh, Jesus. That will blow up your microphones. Or your speakers, sorry. So having the highest stake and probability of Bitcoin moving between 42,500 and 45,500, $2,000 range, somewhere between the buy and low. So you can literally buy into the low, sell into the highs, and you're going to be right most of the time. However, once in a while, just like here, Bitcoin breaks out violently and breaks out powerfully, and then there is no mercy for the opposing force, right? So long story short, the long-term trend is up. Bull market is up. The bull market accelerates. The trends are getting more and more aggressive, if you can tell. There's been a period of slowdown. It's getting more aggressive. and it's moving even more aggressive if I were to guess than it went for most of the time. The line accelerates, right? It was moving slower, now it's moving faster and faster and faster. So the line accelerates, momentum accelerates. The trend is getting stronger. The speeding track is getting accelerated. We're back into the bullish trade right now with almost 600,000 trade. That's also being shown and located. Hold on, let me show you real quick just to prove. Where is it? Here, right? New 500,000. Now it's 600,000 trade. Proof and comment. Proof posted in Discord. Stop loss only visible to the Discord members. You can get free signals with this link as well. Yes, premium signals for free, VIP signals for free. That's possible thanks to our sponsorship and sponsors and partners with Bybit as well. Huge shout out to them. Yeah, so by the way, if you want to get those free calls, you can go to thebirbness.com basically, right? You want to go to thebirbness.com, go under the services, the calls only, and you can feel and take the free option, right? And there's a little bit of an explanation. You don't need to get it for free. If you want to pay money, so be it, feel free. And we have a special discount for the crypto people with paying with cryptos. However, if you want to signal free, you can just register. This is my name. You could just register, with your referral link account, deposit, $100 to receive 1 month of calls, only 4 months coming with higher stake. And you're going to get access to all those premium signals that are there. It's there, it's working, it's showing all the official calls posted by us, by our team. And it's real, and it's profitable, it's tested, and that works. So if you want to do it, you can get it for free on thebirbness.com. And speaking of which, before we just go crazy, up here, I promised one altcoin. So let's just take a look at one altcoin and what it's going to be. So take a focus on what it is for Bitcoin that it is in the main trend. The main dominant trend I see is up, moving up. There's no mercy for the bears. In 2024, also look up, especially with the halving pattern, right? Where each and every single halving brought massive rallies. The first halving 90x, 9,000%. The second halving 30x, 300,000%. From the halving day to the subsequent peak of the bull market. The first peak 1250, the second peak 20,000, third peak 65, 70,000, 7x, 700% ever since the third halving, May COVID 2020. The fourth halving is coming April 2024. And it's always, what we know for a fact, I don't know the future. What I know for a fact is that halving always brought massive rallies, 90x, 30x, 7x, and it never came back to the same halving prices. This is a pattern that I noticed. This is a good pattern. And I promised the altcoin, one altcoin. Any from the INJ ecosystem. I wish it was more concrete, right? What's it gonna be? Okay, I think there were some comments from here on that was cover ADA Cardano. Okay, this is from Łukasz. We're gonna do Cardano real quick. Cardano, show me up where you have Cardano. This is Solana. Let's find Cardano real quick. Here. So where we are with Cardano, strong trend, very strong upward trend. Bounce of the main support provided by the Bitcoin Pro hard time frame trader. The trend is up aggressively. It's broken above the consolidation terms that lasted for a year. It's in a bullish trend. Price action wise, it's in a bullish trend. Bitcoin Pro wise, sensitive trend wise. It's bullish trend, the trend following volatility side that is aimed and focused to the upside. It's moving in a very well-established bull market. And even if you turn off everything, just forget you see everything, it's going to be a very clear apparent movement, right? Sequence down, sequence up, down, up, and higher, right? This is this situation. Basically this situation, right? So it's a confirmed whatever double bottom breakout or something. Doesn't even matter much. What matters is that the target has been reached. Target is the base size taken as between 20.24 and 0.44, so 0.2 is the target size, the base size, and adding 0.2 on top of 0.44 arrives at 0.64, which is exactly what's been reached. So we have reached the target of the breakout. For now, however, it's a new trend, and trends tend to persist regardless of the target. So there are no targets for Cardano. There's an upward trend, and it may take us better than most of us would expect, right? So that's what it is. That's what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been a quick accelerated session to appreciate your time. And again, quick shout out so that you go ahead and check my pinned tweet, because this is the last couple of minutes to commit 10, 15 seconds of your time, maybe 60 seconds of your time, get 7,000 deposit bonus from our partners at Prime XBT, and win PlayStation 5. And the winner is going to be picked in just several minutes. And I'm going to do it myself, right, with some lucky draw option. And you want to try your best, right? You want to try your best. Congratulations to you for being here. If you enjoyed this show, make sure you hit the follow button so that you miss the next streams, be it on YouTube, subscribe, or on Twitter. Let's win together, because winning alone is boring. Let's win together. Let's create some great opportunities. And it's going to be awesome to help you guys benefit from everything that the Burbness is, as the only reliable trading community trusted by thousands since 2017, with CMT, chart and market technician, on board. That gives all the validity. And I'm your chart guy. Adrian Zdunczyk, CMT, chart and market technician, have been your host today. And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, all the best blessings to you and your beloved family members. May all God bless you. May all God share all the prosperity with you. And you're going to enjoy your Christmas time. And a Happy New Year, and I see you around in the next couple of days. God bless you. Bye-bye.